So I'm here in Oaxaca, and I was recently commissioned to paint this food stand in the local park called El Llano. The food stand is called La Chilaquera, and they sell chilaquiles in boxes, also stuffed chilaquiles, which look really cool. They reached out to me on Instagram for me to do my little drawings and my characters on their entire food stall. I started off by sketching in my sketchbook with pencil, but I quickly found that it would make a lot more sense to just sketch directly on Procreate onto the photos I took of the food stall. So I took photos of all of the sides of the food stall. I straightened it up in Lightroom so that the horizontal and the vertical lines were pretty straight so I could get an accurate representation of where I would place the drawings. And then I just went ahead and started sketching. I decided to make the main character their box of chilaquiles because that's what they sell on the regular. That's their main appeal. And other than that, I just painted little sketches of the drinks that they sell and also the other food items that they sell. They specifically requested that I put little call-outs of what the foods are named. I ended up having to make a few changes because the client didn't want any dessert on the walls at the end of it. They just wanted more words and more slogans, so they told me exactly what to write, and I wrote those. So yeah, everything is approved by client now, so in a couple of days I am going to sketch the whole thing out with pencil, and then the next day I'm going to start painting. So these are the final approved Procreate sketches. I began sketching with pencil while referencing my iPad for general placement of the drawings. The pencil sketch was super light, you could barely see it, but it was a reference point for where I would put all the paint. Here is a very light sketch of some of the typography. The next day I began painting. Right as I was about to start painting, the architect of the park came up to me and warned me that there was too much yellow in my design and that I should proceed with caution. So I ended up talking to Dante, the owner of La Chilaquera, and we decided to use a bit less yellow than originally anticipated, which was fine. But I just went in and did 2 base coats of yellow. I would wait for the yellow to dry and then go over it again so it was not see-through at all. I tried doing all the yellow first, and then I moved on to black. I used black acrylic paint markers for the black. I actually started with a pretty small marker, which in hindsight was a bit too small for this thickness of line. The next day I actually purchased a larger marker and it made the inking a lot faster. So you live and you learn. It was a perfectly beautiful day with literal perfect weather to be painting. It wasn't too hot and wasn't too cold, just a nice day. I also bought a white acrylic paint marker for some lettering on the front as well as some details overall. At first I did the cheese with the white paint marker. I would end up changing that later and just filling the entire thing with white paint so that you can see it better from afar. A lot of times I would paint and then look at it from afar and realize maybe this needs something else, maybe this needs an outline or a different way of painting. And luckily the owner was super open to any of my creative ideas. I would just send him my idea on WhatsApp and be like, hey, can I fill this in with paint or can I outline this? And he'd be like, yeah, go for it. Which I was really lucky that he wasn't too overbearing. My favorite part was finally coloring in the eyeballs because it made all the characters really come to life, and just outlining the eyes was so satisfying.
My name is Dante Cortez and I own La Chilaquera. Me, my clients, the team is very happy with the result. It looks, it has a young style, young energy. It is new. You can see it from the distance. It calls attention, so I think it outstands, and that's what we were planning. And it's very unique. The colors, the way it happened, so it's very unique. We're very happy with this design.
Each of these icons I'm drawing represent a salsa flavor that they offer. So frijoles, chapulines, salsa verde, etc. And they're all really tasty. The bells started ringing. So it's like 5 o'clock. I'm not liking how this white is looking. I think it needs something else, so I'm gonna outline the entire, all the white letters and the white lines in black, and then I think that will help let it pop. Girl. I would later come to regret this decision. I outlined all the white stripes in black, and the next day I found out that looked really bad, so I will paint over all of that in white. But here I am with a nasty bug bite outlining the box. This is my absolute favorite part because it starts to make the design look real. It's day 2 painting. The restaurant's actually open today, so people will be coming in and out to buy chilaquiles. But yeah, let's get started. Having the food stand open was amazing because as this guy was eating his food, he saw my art and he asked me if I could create some art for his photography studio, which made me so excited and happy. I am just doing a check-in to say I feel extremely lucky that I get to do this kind of work. I've been drawing since I was a little girl, and it wasn't until I came here to Mexico that I got re-inspired to actually pursue my true passion, which is art. It's illustration and it's drawing, and it's always been drawing. So the fact that somebody actually wants my art on their walls means a lot to me, because I kind of decided that, you know, I'm just gonna stick to graphic design and live a corporate life, get a good paycheck and get a 9-to-5, but I wasn't truly happy. And ever since I started dedicating my time to my passion, which is drawing, I've just felt so much more happy and fulfilled. So I'm just so grateful that I get to do this for a living and that people are interested in my art. And I know I'm not perfect, I'm still a beginner at this kind of thing, but I only want to get better. And if I were to tell little Hannah, like 10-year-old Hannah, that she would be painting on walls in Mexico, her little drawings, she would be so happy. So I'm feeling good, I'm feeling grateful, and yeah. Before anyone comments, yes, I know chilaquiles is spelled wrong. That is how they spell it at this restaurant.
I think we match from the first time the style of Hannah and our identity. And due to some changes in the park, we needed also to renew our image. And that's why I decided to keep some hand lettering, something that look kind of Mexican, because it's also very common for Mexican to do it by hand, but also a new style of these pets or these characters would give like life to the designs, right? So that's why I decided that this was a very best option for us.
Yay, I finally got a bigger paint marker, which saved me so much time, it was insane. Here I am outlining all the letters in white, which I think made it look really easier to read from a distance. Again, like I said, I ended up changing how the cheese looked, so here's the second coat of white paint, and I think, again, that looks a lot easier to see from a distance. Okay, so I have finished the entire food stall. I think it ended up looking really cute. I love how little color it has. I think the yellow really makes it pop. And yeah, this was my first time painting a food stall. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I would love to do more projects like this, and I'm about to try some stuffed chilaquiles, which sound delicious. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one. Wow. Little outro after the outro. This was super fun, and if I could do it again, I would in a heartbeat. I think I'm gonna continue practicing this style of art and try to paint on different surfaces and different walls in a bunch of different places. Thank you again, Dante, for all your support and all your help.